All right. What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. We got something a little bit different for us today. I don't know if you guys read the title, but we're not going to be doing just one fantasy draft today. We're going to be doing three at the same time. We have the puppy out, underdog best ball, $5 to enter. I'm really just trying to jam as many entries into this contest as possible. I'm sure all of you guys are trying to get into the puppy as well. And I've been messing around with kind of multi-tabling recently just to sort of get more entries in because I don't have time to jam in 150 drafts or 50 drafts over the span of a week. So the only way to sort of beat that time crunch is to do multiple drafts at the same time. So if you want to hop into these drafts with me right now, we're going to hop into these very quickly. But there's going to be a link in the description. I'll actually put it in the live chat right now. But if you use promo code RON when you sign up on Underdog, they will match your deposit all the way up to $100. And you can get into some puppies as well. So let me put this in the live chat. Underdog Fantasy, Underdog Best Ball. Boom. Now, I'm going to say what's up to everybody that's in here. I pinned that message. How are we doing, everybody? Let me know if the sound's all right, if I'm laggy, anything among those lines. How are we doing? We got Joey in here. What's up? You said, let's get it. How are we? How are we? Raul's in here. What's going on? Yes, sir. You said you missed the basement. I'm already back. I think we were just in the basement on Saturday. This is also a little bit of an impromptu live stream. Got held up with some stuff today, but we're going to have a normal video posted Wednesday and then normal schedule Wednesday all the way through Sunday. Should be 5 videos in one live stream. What do we got here? Let's go. 3 concurrent drafts. You live dangerously, Ron. Dude, I saw you reply on Twitter to me. I've been messing around with doing them simultaneously. Nathan, you said Ron's a fucking G. I appreciate that. You sound sexy. This guy, you're gonna make me act up. Ben R, what's up? You're in here? All right. So I'm gonna hop onto Underdog, and we're gonna get in here. So let me, boom, put it on the screen. Let me zoom out so that it looks better than it does right now. Also, let me make sure that I'm 100%. Yep. Man, I probably shouldn't have messed around with the sizing now that I think about it, just because it was already set up just fine. All right. So we're going to hop into, boom, 1. It's going to be pretty easy to join these drafts with me as well because we're going to join them all back to back. So that's number 2. Or let me actually, oh, that I'm exposing, that's me. But so let me get, so that's waiting for 10 people. This one's starting shortly, and then we'll go on a third one here. I hope I didn't expose myself with my search history, but I do not care. Someone asked, you have time for questions? I'm down to answer questions, but I don't know how hectic this is really about to get. So we will see. We will see. Let me just make sure. I don't love the way that, like, this is being shown. I think that looks good. Okay. So now this is what the question becomes. How do I want to show me doing this? How do I want to show me doing this? Because I know you guys love seeing the draft board. That's going to be a little bit tougher in this setup. Now, I could just have everything showing the draft board. So, no, it can't. It can't be like that. All right. There's not going to be much draft boards to be shown, but you guys understand why. You said get Davis no matter what? As in Gabe Davis? We'll see. I think this works. We got Stocktastic Best Ball in here. I believe that is the Notorious. Hopping in here to say what's up. You have time for questions? As I said, yeah, I'm down to answer questions. We will see kind of how hectic things actually get here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. I don't have a great spot to put comments, but I think that works. All right, so this is where the madness is about to kick off here. Okay, so we have that. Oh, we got Notorious in here. The man, the myth, trying to skim every last drop of EV that I might be offering here today. You said gotta step up. The Patreon sub gotta pay for this gambling habit. Yo. Come on now. This is all responsibly. Drafted with you randomly yesterday. You were at the 102 and went hero RB with CMC. That was probably, dude. Like I said, I've been messing around with drafting a lot of teams at the same time because on puppies. I would never do this on BBMs because they're $25 to enter. But these $5 to enter contests where they're only lasting like a week and a half at a time, I'm doing whatever has to happen to get in these. All right. So I went Chase in that one. That's very easy. Top 5. This is my very firm top 5 tier. Taylor, McCaffrey, Jefferson, Kupp, Chase, whoever's there at the 5 spot is the one I'll be taking. We're at the 8 spot here. I might just mess around and take Derrick Henry just for the vibes. But yeah, Michael, I was drafting a bunch of leagues yesterday, so any team that you might have seen me draft yesterday, I do not claim. I drafted with you right now. Okay, I just read that. You got in here at the 110. All right, so now we are on the clock here at the 108. I've been getting sick of drafting Eckler, but I will be taking him here just because it makes sense. I was actually kind of down to take like Derrick Henry or something, but I didn't have to. You said, yep, I have 75% Gabriel Davis. I'm all in on him and Hollywood Brown. That's interesting. I don't mind either. I actually love Marquise Brown. I don't hate Gabe Davis when I have like a Cincy or a Buffalo stack going. You said, how was 8 drafts? Brutal. What ended up happening was I had a set amount of drafts that I really wanted to do yesterday, and I got held up. I ended up going to like the driving range with a buddy, and then we ended up seeing a movie afterwards. So I thought I was able to get back home and pound out a bunch of drafts, but I ended up getting home at like 9:30, and I didn't feel like staying up all night doing drafts. So I was like, okay, I wanted to hit 25 today. Let's just do 8 in one shot and see what's happening. Because I've been doing like 3, and then I'll turn up the heat. I'll turn up the heat just a little bit to 5, 6. I'll get there. We went and saw Top Gun yesterday. That's basically me getting to Mach 9 and Mach 10. All right, so Saquon goes. This Mike Evans ADP is egregious, man. Eckler. I mean, like, I'm open to taking Mike Evans just because I don't have a ton of him. I just don't understand. I don't understand paying the 204 for Mike Evans. I also don't understand paying for Aaron Jones here when I like Javonte more later on. I'm just going to go Andrews. Like, I don't even love that. And now we're on the clock somewhere else. Derrick Henry at the 10 is what we're looking at. I could reach a little bit and sort of go with Devontae. I'm going Devontae. We'll see what comes back to us on the other side. I was maybe open to just going Derrick Henry there, but I'm personally chilling. What else we got in here? Boots, you said you're doing 3 at a time right now as well. We got Thomas in here. Must be my lucky day. I'm out here doing 3 at a time, boy. I also wanted to. I've been messing around with just the idea of doing a billion drafts at the same time. Man, oh man. Usually I would go Debo here, but I've been taking a lot of Chase and then also taking a lot of Debo with Chase. So I think I'm just going to go Jones, get a share of him, just get a unique combo in there. Swift and Devontae Adams, that's just fine. When you draft multiple teams at the same time, I'm much more locked in on structure and getting unique combinations and sort of macro level stuff than I am on an individual level. Like I'm much more looking at these players as chess pieces that kind of just fit in to whatever structure I'm drafting, and I'm not looking at it so much as player X's profile to win in 2022. It's purely just sort of playing Tetris as things are falling to me, putting them in the spots that I think are correct, and then just sort of molding the teams as they go. Dude, I swear, bro, I swear I could crank this up to 4 or 5. Like we're chilling right now. Like I got dead time to talk to you guys. If you guys have any dynasty questions, any redraft questions, feel free to fire them off. I'm gonna try and sort of stay active in here while we're doing these drafts. We got Derek in here, Debo. You just missed me. I fired up 3 at the same time. I will admit, I think this is going to be some pretty shitty content. I don't know. I think it's going to be tough to follow for you guys, to follow all 3 teams, but I figured it would be fun to just do as a one-off, just because I had some time today. to hop on here and do a stream. Would love to go A.J. Brown here. Even though there's an exclamation point that pretty much means I need to stop drafting A.J. Brown because it's getting ridiculous at this point. I see a massive tier break from Brown to pretty much the rest of this area. Like I don't like Mike Williams. I don't have Pittman or DJ Moore in that same area. This is an area of the draft that I actually hate. Like as soon as A.J. Brown is gone. And what's actually a problem for me as somebody that's been fading running backs or that likes to fade running backs, I would have James Conner ahead of Pitts, ahead of DJ Moore, ahead of Pittman, ahead of Mike Williams. I would have him right here. I would have him. I have James Conner personally in like my own rankings that are, again, very wide receiver heavy. I have James Conner like in this area with like Fournette and Aaron Jones and all them. I don't know why he's so far past, but this has to be A.J. Brown. All right, so then we're on the clock here. We only got 20 seconds left to make it happen. Pitt's not interesting because we have Andrews, Marquise Brown, DJ Moore. I guess we'll just go DJ Moore. Though I think ETN's kind of interesting there, but we'll go Moore. All right, so now we're 5 picks away. What else we got here? Brock, what's going on, brother? I'm all right. How are you, brother? What we got? Any love for Snoop Connor? I haven't taken him yet, but that's a really interesting name. I've been trying to sort of figure out like 18th round flyers that are fun, but that's definitely a fun one just because of the James Robinson injury, and there not really being a ton of competition behind ETN there. So we're looking at Marquise Brown, we're looking at ETN. Man, ETN's really getting steamed, man. I really want to draft ETN, but this price tag is a little bit tough for me to swallow. Man, I hate everything that's on the board here. I guess give me Marquise. I hate it, though. I really do. Very weird. All right, so now we're 1 pick away. The 3-4 turn is, or just like the 3-4 area, I do not like at all. Like in this spot, I see all these players pretty much in the same area. I guess. I mean, I'm looking through Carolina, Baltimore, Chargers. Nothing really makes sense from a stacking perspective. And then McLaurin goes, who I wanted. I guess Deontay Johnson makes sense. Other side of the Baltimore Week 17 game. Brees is also fun too. But I'll go Deontay, even though I have a concerning amount of exposure to him. Do you look at Week 15, 16 correlations as well? I don't, but I want to start doing that more. I know Boots is in the chat, and he's been he was talking to me about like sort of being cognizant of Week 16 stacks. It's a good idea. I think that it's plus EV to do. I just don't have enough space in my brain for it, is kind of what it comes down to. Sutton, Deontay Johnson. Dude, I have no Sutton, and I don't want any of them. I hate to go Deontay again here. I don't think anybody else really makes a ton of sense. I think Sutton kind of makes sense, but I don't like. I'm not paying wide receiver 17 for Sutton. Like that's ridiculous. I don't understand how Sutton is. I don't know where I put that one. I don't understand how Sutton is wide receiver 17, dude. 17 is insane for a guy. He doesn't even have a top 24 finish yet, man. I get that it's like a huge quarterback upgrade, but like. I don't know why I would take him wide receiver 17 when you can get Judy wide receiver 22 at that next pick. Like I would prefer Judy straight up to Sutton. Like I literally want to have 0% Sutton exposure. I do not care. Would you send away Deontay to acquire Devontae in a contending team? I feel like Deontay has the better chance to increase in value. I don't think either really have much chance to increase in value. I think at this point Deontay sort of is what he is as a dynasty asset. Like he. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but he is at an age where it's hard. He would have to be like Cooper Kupp. He would have to have a top 5 season to increase in value, which I guess is in his range, but I would prefer Devontae just because he has an easier path to difference-making production, which at that point I think both of them are on that career arc at this point. Maybe not Deontay Johnson so much, but you get what I'm saying. Deontay Johnson, he's approached his prime at this point. I don't think that there is any. I don't think there's a ton of profit to be had there. So we're looking at Waller. This is kind of going to be a hero RB-ish type build, though I can alter it to like a hyper fragile if I go Akers or Brees. I kind of just want to get another wide receiver though. I do think. I guess give me Waller. Like, I don't even like taking Waller there, but it kind of makes sense to take a tight end early there. I don't know. What else we got? No, I love Pittman in that area. You're sleeping. Like, I don't hate Pittman in that area once, like, they're gone, but it's not great. Like, it doesn't feel great taking him, like, early third. That doesn't feel great in my eyes. Oh, so we are on the clock. And, of course, Breece Hall gets sniped right before us. Like, 10 picks past his ADP. All right, so we got Baltimore. We have no stacks lined up. This could be a quarterback spot where we just take whoever. But I think that we'll just take a wide receiver here. I don't have a ton of Mooney. I think that this is a spot. We just load up on wide receiver. We go Mooney. We're kind of just building a very stock hero RB build there. Same thing here. Are we just building the same team 3 times? It's kind of what it looks like, fellas. All right. So 4 picks away from our next one. You said my reason for having so much Davis and Hollywood are both on high pace, high scoring offenses and could be the wide receiver one. If anything happens to the guy in front of them, you also like Ramondre Stevenson. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. You said, have you done any DK best ball drafts? They are very soft to say the least. I have not. One, because this is an underdog channel. Number 2, because I have issues with DraftKings. I'll get into it in a second. Mooney, Schuster, Jacobs we're looking at. Golly, man. I hate all these options. I think just give me Amon-Ra, dude. Just give me Amon-Ra. I hate it, though. That's not fun. But is this the Mark Andrews team? Nope. David Montgomery. We can get Hurts at our next pick, maybe. Bateman is sort of fun here. I guess we'll go Bateman, but I hate it if I'm being honest with you. We'll go Bateman. I think we already took enough detours away from wide receiver to not be forced into that hole. I guess we'll go Juju. Just another wide receiver. Gets us exposure to that Denver KC Week 17 game. And now we are 1 pick away over here. Jalen Hurts was taken. My goodness, just an absolute run. I've decided I'm going to put myself here. I think that probably works better for you guys so you can see all of sort of what's going on. All right. So 20 all right. 20 seconds on the clock. We don't need any tight ends. I don't like Godwin, dude. I don't like Godwin, but I think that this might make sense to take him here. Let me go. We're going to go Thielen. I don't have a lot of Thielen. I think that he's fine at that spot just to get some exposure to him. But with DK, the biggest issue with DraftKings is that when I was younger in high school, I was finessing and I was running up some DraftKings contests in my mom's name, and they they caught me and they red listed my email. So I reached out to them over email trying to get my account back, and they've just been very weird about the whole verification process and stuff. If I wasn't like super lazy, or I guess like super busy and not wanting to take a billion years to try and send them info to sort of get that all sorted out. So I just can't do anything on DraftKings. It's really what it comes down to. But eventually I will be trying to. We got Chris in here. What's going on, brother? How many are you going to end up with, by the way? Well, I'm at 20. I'm at 28 after these 3. Goal is like 50. Goal's like 50. We'll see what it closes at. But yeah, I would like to do 50. I would love to max enter them, but there's just no. I don't have the time to do 150 in like. I do sort of wish that they were bigger. I wish that they kind of. I guess it would sort of ruin the big demand of the puppies, but I do wish I had like 3 weeks to do 150 drafts. I could do that, but like I think this one's gonna close in like a week and a half or something. And if you figure each draft is like 40 minutes, 40 times 150, like it's insane. You have to multi-table. I'm going to be multi-tabling and messing around, seeing how much I can push, but 50 is the goal. Why do Week 17 stacks matter so much? It's because 90% of the prize money is in Week 17, so you want to optimize your lineup for that round. You want to pretty much plan to get there so that when you have a team slide into that last round, you are teed up to just have an absolute monster week, because that's what it takes to take down one of those big money prizes. How is Deontay always so slept on? I don't know. I think it's just kind of his archetype as a wide receiver that people don't love. Love the Week 17 matchup for Sutton. Try to grab even shares of Jeudy and Sutton. I'm honestly okay with just being very much overweight on Jeudy versus Sutton. There's definitely worlds where Sutton burns me, but I'd rather get my exposure to Sutton on other places. Like, his underdog ADP is insane. Like, I can't take Sutton in the 3rd round as wide receiver 17. I just can't. Man, this is actually an enticing spot to take Josh Jacobs, but I don't want to. I don't think it makes sense. I think all these are just going to be the same team, which sucks, but they're all going to be hero RB teams, is what it looks like. We'll see. We'll see if I kind of adjust on the fly and do anything fun. I think this is very easily going to just be... I mean, we can go Devonta Smith just to sort of stack him with A.J. Brown. Yeah, why not? That's a spot where I like Elijah Moore more than Devonta Smith, but in this area, once I get to this range, I'm looking at Elijah Moore, I'm looking at Devonta Smith, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake London, and I'm just trying to really even out those exposures, if I'm being honest, where Elijah Moore have 24%, I'm only at 16% on Devonta. Here we have Gibson sliding. We do have that Las Vegas game, so I want Ayuk. Let's go Ayuk here. And then we can start sort of chipping away at other spots there. Wow. So, of course he takes Amari. I would have loved to just take that value there. So Lance doesn't make sense. We don't have any San Fran or Las Vegas. Let's just go Drake London here. Like, again, it's just a very easy push of the button for me. Gibson does go. We're staring down Pollard. We're staring down Clyde. I don't even... This is actually going to be Hawkinson. It's very easy for me to push the button on Hawkinson on underdog. He's another one like Sutton where Sutton's kind of the opposite, where I hate his price at underdog, so I would just get exposure to him on either home leagues or, you know... I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on it, but I don't know where I'm going to be playing my high stakes leagues, because last year I did have fun playing in some FFPC leagues, but I don't want to do FFPC because I think that their structure is pretty rough for ROI on their $350 entry type leagues. But I do prefer those leagues where there's no trading. Like, all right, I might get in trouble. I'm kind of rambling right now. I do feel bad that I haven't been talking to the chat a ton, because I am just sort of rambling my thoughts here. But if I am putting down like $350 for a fantasy league, I'm cool on trades. Like, trades are fun for content and they're fun for like home leagues and stuff. But if I'm being honest with all you guys, when it comes down to like just like very vanilla redraft fantasy football, I kind of prefer just no trades. Like, I don't need funny business. I don't need idiot league mates like making dumb trades. Like, I think it's one of the corniest ways to win is just making like a super lopsided trade with your league's taco and just benefiting off of that. Maybe I'm being too harsh there, but it's just how I feel, man. Do I go Trey Lance here? We do have some Las Vegas in there to go on the other side of that. We still do need more wide receivers, though I don't like any of them. Let's go Miles Sanders. I didn't love that. I did not love that, but I think it's fine. One pick away. So we're looking at Pollard. Do any of these make sense for any stacks? Don't have any Rams, Baltimore Chargers. Let's go another wide receiver. I'm down to go. Treylon Burks is another one that I would have in the same area as Drake London. Like, I don't know. I'm just going to keep drafting those rookie wide receivers in Burks, London, and Garrett Wilson and just hope that by August they sort of get steamed up. I don't even know what I was talking about. You said double anchor RB builds with JT and Saquon with that Week 17 correlation. 100%. It's a great build. What are the percentages you have next to each player? How you get those? All right, so I get this question every video, and it's completely fine. I gotta stop exposing myself with what extensions I have on my computer. But it's called Sports HUD. It's by this guy named Brick. It's like BRIC. He's a Overzet guy. So if you watch my channel and you watch these drafts, I imagine you probably heard of Overzet. He has some videos where he breaks it down a lot better, but it's a $25 monthly subscription that gives you overlays of your exposure. So these aren't even, and it's not even just exposures. These aren't just straight up exposures. They are the amount of money I have allocated to them. So it properly weighs BBM versus puppies. This is the amount, this is the percentage of entry fees I have towards each player. In a perfect world, you would have 8.3% for a player if you're on market with them. However much over or under is how much over under you are on them in the eyes of like the market, pretty much. You said earlier today I was drafting 2 at once and managed to have 2 San Fran stacks at once despite being on the opposite ends of their drafts. Okay. I'd love to see that. All right, so we do have our. I'm usually. It's a little bit different for best ball, but I am usually gauging like I want to have like around 6 wide receivers by like round 10. I'm looking here. This is basically wow. Singletary goes, man. I would have loved to take Singletary there. So this is pretty much telling us we already have a tight end. We're not taking Knox. We're not taking Ertz. This is us just taking whatever running back we want here. I do think Walker is interesting along with Chase Edmonds. I'm going to take Walker here. I think Walker's price is actually getting kind of crazy where his ADP is what, 100? And you have Rashad Penny going the next pick at... So his ADP is 103 and you have Kenneth Walker's ADP as 100. As much as I do like Rashad Penny, I think that that's probably wrong to have them that close. I think Kenneth Walker, just as a rookie, just presents more upside. I don't even like Michael Thomas, but I kind of would be fine taking him here. So a lot of value on the board. People just like reaching here. Oh, we are on the clock here. So Walker just went. Boyd went. Have our 6 wide receivers. There's no quarterbacks that are like interesting at all. I think this is going to be a team where we really punt off quarterback. Let's go James Cook. Let's get another running back in there. That's weird for me to go two running backs in that weird area. Oh, man. I hate that I'm about to do this, but 10 picks past ADP, and he gets correlation to Aaron Jones. I do not like Allen Lazard. I prefer Lockett over him. I prefer Olave over him. I probably prefer Woods, probably prefer Claypool, prefer Boyd, I prefer Wilson. So it's not a great pick, but again, 10 picks past his ADP. I'm not usually going to be drafting Aaron Jones, so I don't mind kind of getting that mini correlation in there just to mix it up. Again, these aren't like gun to my head, draft the craziest best team possible of all time. This is, you have 100 bullets, spread them out so that we can make some money. You just have to kind of understand that you're not going to be 100% correct on everything. I'm still going to be below market on Allen Lazard, but I do think there, 10 picks past ADP with Aaron Jones, he made some sense at the very least. What the hell am I on about? Eckler and Godwin or Swift and Olave in Dynasty. Probably Swift and Olave. You said regarding Sutton, I still think you can smash at that ADP just knowing that he has high weekly upside. Then if we're right and he has a mad year, you sneak a low-owned Sutton into the playoffs. That's fair. I would question his weekly upside. I would want to look at his box scores over his career, but I do believe you that he is probably a spike week guy just by having super high air yard share with a deep thrower like Russ. I think that's a fair statement. I think you could probably do something similar with KJ Hamler. Probably doesn't have the same ceiling though. He probably has like 1 bomb touchdown in him. So what do we got? 5 wide receivers at this point. Another wide receiver would be fun. Does Philly make any sense? I meant Pittsburgh. No. Tennessee make any sense? No. I guess this will be a Tyler Lockett pick. I don't love it, but I think that's fine. I'm way behind on the live chat, by the way. This is my bad. Why do you have 0% Russell Gage? Come on now. Let's go, Ron. Yes, sir. You said gotcha, LMAO. I'm assuming that's on the DraftKings thing. Do you play poker? Some of the game theories seem similar. I'm not a super experienced poker player. Like, I would love to be like a student of the game poker player where I know like about under the gun and kind of like good betting sizes and like equity and stuff, but I would say I'm well versed in poker, and I can hold my own at most tables if you just have like a group of guys. So yeah, I do fuck with poker. I think actually like this overlay thing is something that started in the online poker worlds. What do we got here? We already have a tight end. Chicago plays no. Las Vegas. I'm just trying to see if any of these freaking quarterbacks make sense. Actually, Kirk Cousins makes sense here. Kirk Cousins makes sense for Thielen. I don't know that if we take Cousins here, we can still get away with a 2-quarterback build, though. So I don't know if that is even worth doing, but I don't think there's any other better options out here. Let's go Kirk. Let's go Kirk, even though I don't love that at all. I think it made some sense. Ramblin' Ron be a good weekly video series. Did you enter any of the Bulldogs? I did not, but I think did you enter any of the Bulldogs? Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, $500, a little bit steep for me, but it is interesting. I'd honestly sort of prefer it to be a live draft as well if I did it. I've kind of just grown to hate slow drafts, dude. Like it just gives me too much anxiety, bro. I can't wake up at 5 a.m. to a notification of FYI you're on the fucking clock, and I got to sit there at 5 a.m. with like 10 minutes to go and hit a buzzer beater. It's just too much. It's too much for me, dude. Because I've been there before where I've had like 20 slow drafts going at a time. It's too much, dude. I hate the idea that like it never stops. It's like kind of like that meme with the snail that is just always watching. So we do have Pittsburgh stacks here. Buffalo, Cincy. We have any KC action? Not really. We could use a quarterback, but there's none that are good up available. This is going to be a JMO pick, I think. Yeah, let's go JMO there. I think that's fun. Oh, geez. I didn't mean... Okay, so now we have too many Lions. That's a mistake of doing 3 drafts at the same time, because now we have Hawkinson, JMO, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Swift. There's no reason to have 4 Lions. That's like a triple stack, and I don't even have the quarterback. That is not good. That is no good. Oh, geez. Okay, so we're going to have locked in Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers. Perfect. We could use either of those guys. All right, so we'll go Aaron Rodgers because he stacks with our Aaron Jones and our Allen Lazard. And that's it. I think one of the biggest mistakes people do with stacking, I know it just did it with that Lions one, but take that as a teaching moment. God damn, I can't believe I took JMO there. Don't think I need any running backs. I could let's just take Freiermuth. I don't even love Freiermuth that much, but I think, do I have any Steelers? I do. And then we're done at tight end there, so that's fine. And I think with Hawkinson, you can get away with taking one of those, yeah, like a 12th round tight end. What was I on about? I was talking about something that felt important. Oh yeah, I think something that people do that's a little bit of a mistake is like they like overstack. Unless if it's like the Chiefs, I think you can get away with it if it's like the Chiefs. Maybe the Chiefs is even tough, but you can get away with it sometimes. Like last year, Fournette smashed, Godwin smashed, Evans smashed, Brown smashed, Tom Brady smashed. So you can just have an onslaught, but it does have negative returns. Like especially with like the Lions, like what I just did. We don't need that tight end. McCole would actually be kind of fun here. McCole would be fun, and so would Rachaad White. Let's go Rachaad White. Rachaad White's been a late round running back dart throw I've been having a lot of fun grabbing. Pause. But yeah, I like to just keep it to like a quarterback and 2 skill position players, or just like three players from one team total, unless we're talking about again like Bills. Wow, this is very easily going to be Kirk Cousins for me. Yeah. Okay, so now we can actually cut that off at 2 quarterbacks here. And I go Kirk Cousins there. Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers play in Week 17, so maybe that game shoots out and you get one of these quarterbacks to pop off. I have Aaron Jones. I have Lazard. I'm going to get on the other side of that. Maybe I'll go Irv Smith, maybe. But I can also go with like really late round options like even Amir Smith-Marset. Not Jalen Naylor. But KJ Osborne fits in there. You guys get what I'm saying. You said Danny took advantage of newbies in the FSC Dino League. Jeez, dude. You truly do hate to see that. I've been busy with work, so I haven't done any entries this season. Should I do puppies to start? 1,000%, dude. Only $5 to enter. It's a really sweet setup. As I said, guys, dude, these teams are not going to be pretty. I'm messing around on chat. I'm rambling, and I'm doing 3 drafts at the same time. It's getting slightly ugly here. It's getting slightly ugly. You said I love Walker's price. Yeah, me too. I should probably just scroll down and get updated. You said how does it feel knowing Zach Wilson, your QB, has that dog in him, bro? We've been known that, dude. We've been known that. He took 2 BYU cheerleaders to his prom, dude. He is that guy. Like, I hate to say it, and I hate to prop him up for being an absolute dog. But come on now. Come on now. We've been known that he has that in him. He's that boy. I would love Jarvis here. Yeah, perfect. Give me Jarvis. So we're at 7 wide receivers. We probably want to end up on this one with 3 quarterbacks. So I got to chill on wide receivers, actually. We want to go 3-5-8-2 here. So I only have space for 1 more wide receiver. We don't need any more Minnesota stacks, but whoever... We want to leave those pass-catching options open to stack with our second or third quarterback. Wow, so this is going to be very easily Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes is maybe the easiest late-round QB for me to push the button on. So this team needs to end up with 3 quarterbacks. This is going to be the same thing, 3-5-8-2. So it's going to be a little bit tough. I might even sort of get shoehorned in here into having to take... Do we have any Jets on this team? No. We have no Jets. We have no Patriots. Not good. Not good in terms of... I like to have my quarterback stacked. It's not a must. I don't think that you actually like have to, but it is something that I shoot for. So I need 2 more running backs, 1 more wide receiver, 1 more quarterback on this team. No. 2 more quarterbacks, 2 more running backs, 1 more wide receiver. So that gets really weird with stacking opportunities, which actually makes Jared Goff one of the better options for us. San Fran, Atlanta we have options with. We can do Pickett as well with Pitt. I'm looking around. Zach Wilson, Mac Jones. I'm kind of down to go Mac Jones. No, I can't. This has to be running back here, which kind of sucks. But I'm going to go Ty Davis Price if he's here for me. Yeah, so Ty Davis Price, it gives us that San Fran, Las Vegas stack. So that's fine. So we're on the clock. 140 we're at here. I don't even like Dameon Pierce, but this is going to be very easy for me to go with. So we're going to go Dameon Pierce, like 12 picks past his ADP. And now we have 8 picks of breathing room for me to gas the chat. You said Lazard has sleepy potential. I don't love him. I'm living vicariously through Eagles Twitter Bulldog draft. Yeah, exactly. I don't need that myself. I'm not there yet. What do you think the value of Diggs is? I just had a startup when we drafted Diggs in the 3rd, but then got Watson in round 5, so now probably playing for next year. I would say the value of Diggs is right in there in mid-3rd. Immortality, but there's a Snell. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. A stack like that only works when you have an elite quarterback like Brady. Yeah, it's that kind of stack isn't going to work with a Detroit Lions onslaught. You said you started your Bulldog out with Chase, Barkley, Allen, Kittle. Sheesh. I might get into one of those, man, but the slow draft really turns me off. I would love to do, if I could do a fast draft and I could hop on here and like make a cheesy thumbnail, $500 high stakes best ball draft, then I would maybe be into that. All right, so we have 4 picks to kill. We don't need any more Green Bay stacking, so we kind of just have to ignore that. Also, another feature of this tool is that it highlights stacks here, so you have Robert Tonyan highlighted because I have Aaron Rodgers here. We don't need anybody else on Green Bay. Hunter Henry is fun, but we don't really need a tight end. Algier could be fun. Do I have any Atlanta? I have a lot of Philly, so I actually don't need any more of that. I think this is going to have to be Algier, man. Algier or Hunter Henry? Let's go Algier. My issue is, man, like, I think Hunter Henry's actually a great value. He's a great pick. My biggest issue right now is, like, if I take Darren Waller, I don't want to, like, I know it's only a 13th round pick, but if I have Darren Waller, I'm comfortable literally going tight end. Like, any of those top 5 elite tight ends, I'm comfortable literally just taking a tight end in the 18th round. I'll take Jonnu Smith. I do not care. I will take any of the Jets boys, Tino Zoma and Tyler Conklin. I will take Previn Jordan in, like, the last round. Same with Taysom Hill. I just don't really want to pay up for a tight end 2 unless if it was like that Freiermuth and Hawkinson where the first tight end isn't as established. Or if it's just I'm punting tight end and have to go 3. Same thing with Mark Andrews. Like, I don't want to have to draft a tight end until the last round. So we need quarterbacks here. We're eyeing up. I don't like Matt Ryan. I have so much Daniel Jones, but I'm going to take him again, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to be taking Daniel Jones and unstacked Daniel Jones. We don't have any Indianapolis anyways, yeah. So we're gonna go. Yeah, we'll go with an unstacked Danny Dimes. We have 2 more running back spots open on this team. This is going to be a 3-5-8-2. All right. Could also even go with like Ricky Seals-Jones to stack with him there as well. Oh, the Bulldog's already full? Holy shit. I did not know that. You guys have been going crazy. But yeah, the reason why it's appealing is I gotta imagine with that small of a tournament, you don't really need like a mind-blowing team to win it all. Now, obviously, you need a pretty sweet team, but it doesn't have to be like a top 0.1% outcome. You could probably get like a top 1% outcome, which doesn't seem like a big difference, but it is. Like you don't need to have the nuts to win it all, is what I'm saying. Tell me about your QB best ball strategy. Ideally, I want 2. But like with this team with Daniel Jones, I'm going to have to take 3. I think that I screwed up quarterback in pretty much all these. Besides this one, this one's fine. Yeah, so we're going to need 3 quarterbacks on pretty much all these. I do think you might be able to get away with Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones, though. I might just cut it off there. I would also love to go Mac Jones here. I've been trying to get more Mac Jones. I do think that he has potential to kind of set the league on fire this year. I'm sort of creeping into the Mac Jones camp at this point. So I don't have any Tennessee. Don't even have any Miami. We'll go Mac Jones and we'll try and get like a Kendrick Bourne or something in a little bit. 17 seconds on the clock. We have our running backs. No, we need one more running back. We need a lot of wide receivers. Let's go Robbie Anderson. I don't even love that Robbie Anderson pick, but I guess he gets some kind of a boost with Baker. You said Jawan Jennings. What about him? Just that he's kind of a he's a fun like wide receiver 4 stack for best ball. I'm trying to think if Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones might be enough. It might be. That might be just fine. I could maybe I'm overestimating things. That's something else that I'm still messing around with. It's just like Kendrick Bourne is actually a fine pick here. Let's go Kendrick Bourne. Do we have our Giants either? No. So let's go Kendrick Bourne. I have a couple tricks up my sleeve. I do think that one of those running backs would have been a fine pick, but I got some ideas here to sort of get some backdoor correlation. Again, I think that I'm able to cut it off at 2 here. I don't know if I'm kind of being an idiot. Let's go. I don't think a lot of Gus Edwards, but I like going Gus Edwards with Mark Andrews. I was talking with Jacob Sanderson about this when we had him on a while back, but it's a really fun idea in terms of wanting to stack handcuff running backs with pass-catching options on that team, because you're correlating those outcomes where if J.K. Dobbins goes down, Gus Edwards goes crazy, but then also their pass rate gets boosted, which then helps Mark Andrews out because they won't lean on the run game as much. I think Darrell Williams is kind of interesting here. Wide receivers, tight ends. Really trying to stack those wide receivers late. I hate taking my last running back here, but I'm going to go Darrell Williams. Or no. Let's actually just go... No, let's go Darrell. Holy. There it is. So Darrell is on the team. I don't even love Darrell. But I do think he made some sense there. You get him in a little bit of mini correlation with Algier. And yeah, I'm kind of saving those 2 wide receiver spots. Well, we already have our Green Bay stacks, but I would like to get some sort of Viking in there. And I also like that probably, now that I think about that probably should have been George Pickens, but I'm fine with it. Let me just take, so this, man. Yeah, that's where I'm at, Boots. That's what I wrestle with myself of how far can I push a two quarterback build, and I agree. I really do. You feel the same way about tight ends as well? Like I'm almost on a perfect team of mine. I'm almost always trying to just have two quarterbacks and two tight ends in a perfect world. I also agree. I think I'm going to just cut it off at Daniel Jones and Kirk. I think it's skinny there. It's not. That's a lot thinner than I usually go, but I do think it makes sense. Now I do think that Daniel Jones and Mac Jones isn't going to work there, so we'll go 3. Maybe we'll go with our last quarterback in, like, yeah, exactly, 17th round. We need a quarterback and a running back here. And then this one, we already have our two quarterbacks. We need a running back. We need wide receivers and tight ends. Okay. I also just like to make sure that I have, yeah, so I don't even want quarterbacks to be shown. We're cool. We're actually cool at running back. We need wide receivers and a tight end. Okay. 5 picks away, 5 picks away, 8 picks away. Okay. We got things sort of under control. These are sort of under control. All right, what else do we got here? You said, I guess what I meant with Diggsworth is what are some trade targets for a team looking towards next year? Do we just keep? Appreciate all the videos, man. For a team looking towards next year, maybe like a Diggs for Drake London type deal, maybe a Diggs for DJ Moore type deal, or you could tier all the way down to like Diggs for like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Elijah Moore, Devonta Smith, one of those 3 in like a 23 first. Maybe you could do something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I would be looking towards getting 2023 firsts or tiering down into those like second-year wide receivers that I like Elijah Moore, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devonta Smith. So J.D. McKissic is just available too far past his ADP for me to not take him. So that's what had to happen there. On the clock. So we have a lot of different directions we can go here. Let's go Pickens. Do we have too much Pittsburgh already, though? No, I think that this actually was a good way. Pickens is a great way there to lean into that Baltimore game. So I have Deontay, I have Pickens, and then I have Gus Edwards, and I have Mark Andrews. So that's fun. Still need one more wide receiver on this team, though. 2 picks, 3 picks away. So we're not going to go Deshaun. Do we have any... What pass catchers do we have? We have Pitt. So, I mean, I can do some Pitt action. We have Deontay. I can go on the other side of the Arizona game, but I don't really want to. Looking through, can go Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't want to do that, though. Detroit, Pitt. Yeah, so I think Pitt might make some sense. I don't even like doing Pitt. If I take a Pittsburgh quarterback, though, I don't know who I would want. I guess Pickett has more upside, but I don't know. I'm gonna go Pickett. Just because I think he has more late season upside. I think that's what I would say there. 16th round. We have our quarterbacks. We have our running backs. We need wide receivers and tight ends. I guess give me Campbell. I don't even like Campbell, but like I guess he's kind of past his ADP there. Man, that should have been. No, it shouldn't have been. I was going to say that should have been a Vikings pass catcher, but that is fine. We didn't need to reach on Amir Smith-Marset or anything. So I'll star Amir Smith-Marset. I would love to take him with our 18th round pick. We need a tight end of some sort. We have any tight ends that make sense? No. Vikings, Green Bay. I guess Josiah DeGuara could be like a fun late round guy, but I'm not going to do that. So there we go. 1 pick away here. We have our 2 quarterbacks. We need 1 of each position right now. We already have Minnesota stacked. We do not have Giants stacked with Daniel Jones. So we're going to go Wandale here. Even though Mark Ingram is interesting, let's go Wandale. We'll get that next running back late. So now we're done at wide receiver. 3 picks away here. Right, yeah, we got Wandale. We have a lot of rookie wide receivers, but I do not care. We want this to just end up as a classic 2-5-9-2. This will be a classic 2-5-9-2. All right, so we'll be good. What else we got here? Hopefully Deontay to the Pats next year. I don't know about to the Pats, but I think he will be gone. Best keeper league settings in your opinion? If I'm being honest, man, if you play All right, so I do want to take. I like Brevin Jordan and stuff, but I mean, like, I don't have any Cameron Brate, and if he's going to be available like this far past his ADP, I guess I'm in. Do I have any Carolina to make myself feel better about this? Robbie Anderson? Yeah, I guess, dude. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. We'll go Cameron Brate as a tight end. So we'll get this out of here. We'll get this boy out of here. But my thing, what am I talking about? Yeah, my thing with best keeper settings is my home league is a keeper league. I actually plan on making it a just normal redraft league this upcoming season because I think if you're in Dynasty, you already kind of get the keeper aspects of it, and I think redraft is fun, just wiping the slate clean. And there is something about it, man. I think, I don't know. Feel free to roast me. But when it comes to redraft, I've sort of just found that like Superflex, the idea of keeping players, put that all in Dynasty. But when redraft season comes around, I just simply want like a very vanilla setup. Like this is why I love these underdog drafts, 18 rounds. Superflex Puppy was cool. I think they're fun for change of pace. I prefer this though. Let me just have PPR. Everybody starts fresh. Nobody has any advantages from last year. You start fresh. It's kind of like Texas Hold'em versus like, I don't know, like random weird ways to play poker. Just Texas Hold'em, the very classic way to play. I like PPR, quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 to 3 wide receivers, a tight end, 1 to 2 flexes, and let's fucking roll. Just very vanilla, very straight up, no catch. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the minority with that one, but I like my redraft leagues to be very vanilla. You said 3 quarterbacks is more justifiable than 3 tight ends, I'd say. I mean, what does the like? Yeah, 3 games from Austin Hooper as a 3rd tight end. I get what you're saying. I guess the idea would be that you'd hit on like kind of a late round guy. Like who would that have been last season? Who was like I guess like Dan Arnold or like James O'Shaughnessy was fun for spurts. Who else? I guess Zach Ertz was a late round guy last year, and he probably kind of popped off. All right, so I didn't have a plan at all for this pick, but I guess if Marlon Mack's going to be here this far past his ADP, who am I to not draft him? So I don't even love Marlon Mack, but like 20-something picks past. I know we're in the late round, so being way past ADP isn't a huge thing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's not like the end-all be-all to be like way past ADP at this point in the draft, but I'll take it. So yeah, another Hero RB team. I am a little bit bummed that all these teams kind of just shaked out the same way. Yesterday I drafted 8 teams, and all of them were just vastly different. You got Gabe Davis in here talking about Isaiah McKenzie. There it is. You said it makes me sad as a Mariota guy that Ritter is probably going to be starting during the playoffs. Sad. Yeah, I agree. I actually have way more Mariota than I have Ritter. I have 5% Mariota, and I probably have 0% Ritter. Yeah, I do. I want to get that changed, though. If I have any Atlanta, Arizona stuff going on in this, yeah, I don't. No, I'm an idiot. Quarterback was never on the menu there. So we took our running back is also, oh yeah, so we just took Marlon Mack. We have our last tight end here. We could go Brevin Jordan to sort of get that in there with Marlon Mack. We could go, I'm trying to see, Giants, Colts. So I could, nope, Mo Alley Cox is not available. Could stack Daniel Jones to Ricky Seals-Jones, but I'm not super interested in Ricky Seals-Jones. Chargers, Rams. This is me trying to figure out what's even viable. So I guess Taysom would be fun. Let's just go Brevin Jordan. I think Brevin Jordan's one of the easiest late round picks at tight end. Just like a very solid profile. I don't know why he goes so far. Like I would take him ahead of, like I like Evan Ingram more. I like Njoku more, but yeah, I would have him like in this. I would have him more in like the 15-16 range than like getting him for free in a lot of drafts. But that's just me on Brevin Jordan. Now I guess I'll sort of take a look at the 3 drafts that we just did here. Again, sadly, they're all the same. Like this one is a hero RB, but 3 quarterbacks. This one is just a stock hero RB. You have Green Bay versus Minnesota correlation in here, which is fun. This one, 3 quarterbacks. I don't love that, But at least there is... Yeah, you have some Pittsburgh in there. No bringbacks with Baltimore, but you have Kenny Pickett. You have Deontay. You have Pratt Freiermuth. You have Mac Jones to Kendrick Bourne. And I think that's probably... Yeah, that's a naked Daniel Jones, but that's fine. What else we got? I think that's going to be it, fellas. We came, we saw, we conquered. We drafted 3 teams at the same time. Maybe they would have gone better had I drafted them individually. But when you're trying to jam in puppy drafts, I have no other choice. I have to do this because you guys are sickos out there. You hop on Underdog, you fill up the puppies in like 10 days, and I'm out here and I can't do anything. Boots, you said you were in that draft? Let me actually take a look then. You said you were in the Mac Pickett draft at the 101. What did you do here, Boots? You went JT. Wow, so you really pushed... I will say Trey Lance and Jameis is like ugly to look at, but I do want to push that a little bit more. I also will say, though, Trey Lance does go in that same area as like Russell Wilson and Dak, and if it was them, I wouldn't think that it was that weird to go that thin at quarterback, but... JT, Madison, just a little interesting that you ended up with 6 running backs here. It is something that I've messed around with because I actually think I drafted a McCaffrey team that looked just like it was a very similar setup. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. So this was where I ended yesterday, 8 at a time, and I had a 6 running back draft with McCaffrey on it that looked very similar to that. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Oh boy. Oh boy. Nope. Okay, so I am kind of an idiot. I know I did it in here's... Oh, this is it. This is it. So sort of a similar team. Yeah, so I also had an elite tight end. So actually a really similar team to what you did, Boots. Yeah, literally almost like the same exact thing. I really pushed those running backs down. And I went Lamar. I didn't really want to go Hurts here. Let me get my... I didn't realize that my face was in the way of all this. You guys gotta let me know if my face is in the way of things. But I went Lamar. It didn't feel like a great pick. Hurts, I had to go 15 picks past ADP. Why not? And we go McCaffrey, and I don't touch running back again until pick 166. I go Darrell Williams, Jamal Williams, Brian Robinson, Sony Michel, Dearness Johnson. I don't feel amazing about those running backs, but I think it's enough. I think it's enough of like a shotgun spread to maybe hit on something. And then I think that the other spots like Mark Andrews and Pat Freiermuth, that's beautiful. And then these wide receivers, I think for having, 8 wide receivers, this is still pretty solid. A.J. Brown, Metcalf, Elijah Moore, all 3 of the Ole Miss boys. Ayuk, Claypool, Garrett Wilson, Kenny Golladay, Jameson Williams. Like I think that for an 8 wide receiver team, I think that works. Elite tight end, elite quarterback, and then we just pushed running back all the way down. Like I love this team. Yeah, I don't know. You just spurred my memory that that I had a team similar to that. Because I think you also had, and I don't like having 2 elite quarterbacks. I do think that you can only, it's not like you can flex one of them, right? I like tight end, at least you can like flex one where you have like 2 like massive weeks. And maybe I'm looking at that wrong. But yeah, this is similar where you kind of just like really punt off RB2 and end up going with 6. You said how much? So if your RB2 is after pick 100, then you're probably going 6. I think that's a fair statement. Wide receivers are sweet. Elite tight end. Yeah, similar setup. Probably not as much correlation as you would like. I don't know how much you've been a stickler on that this season. I do like the backdoor Kenyon Drake though. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us today. My bad for clapping in y'all's faces like that. My man going triple doggy style. Come on now. You know me and Zach Wilson cut from the same cloth, brother. All right, I'm just joking. I'm gonna go upstairs, eat dinner, hang out with my dog, spend some quality time with the family. I appreciate everybody for coming out here. We got 43 people in here, which is insane. 24 likes. And I didn't even ask for a like the entire time. You guys killed that. So I'm going to go eat dinner and stuff. I will be honest with you guys. I've taken it a little bit easy this week. As you guys could see, I only did 2 videos and 2 live streams. But I am back. It was a little bit of a July 4th vacation. I took some time off because I don't want to get burned out. This is going to be pretty much, from here through week 17, this is going to be a grind. This is going to be like 6 uploads a week from now through December. So I decided to kind of take a little bit of a week off, hung out with some friends, hung out, so did some 4th of July stuff. But now we are back. So I'll be waking up business as usual tomorrow, getting in the lab. I got some good videos. I have for tomorrow, this is going to be Wednesday, but it's going to be league-winning running backs. And pretty much I'm going to be talking about 5 running back targets that I'm targeting for my hero RB and double hero RB team. So guys that kind of go in those like first 2 to 3 rounds, who I'm targeting out there that I think can be a legendary running back in 2022. So stay tuned. Put the notifications on. Also, last round, talking about Underdog. If you haven't already, the link is in the live chat. It's pinned there. If you want to hop on Underdog, get in these puppy drafts. I'm telling you guys, they fill very fast. It's almost frustratingly fast that they fill. But they're $5 to enter. They're amazing. They're the best contests in my eyes. They're my favorite contests that Underdog has to offer, and they're only out for a limited time. So I guarantee by like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the puppy will fill by then. So if you want to get any entries in there, get some skin in the game, hop on Underdog, use promo code Ron, and they will match your deposit up to $100. And I will see you guys in the next one.